Hello everyone, this is Maxwell Kale here today, and I'll be reading some more poems I wrote myself, and I hope you enjoy them. So here we go. This first poem is about my family history, so I'm really into Ancestry.com and genealogy and all this stuff. So this is all the women from my grandma Nancy's side, from my mom to me. So here we go. It's called An Ode to the Women That Walk With Me. My great-great-great-grandma Caroline originally married her first cousin, and he was a drunk and lit a boat on fire, and then she met my great-great-great-grandpa, a Civil War veteran. My great-great-grandma Mary came from Quebec and had an affair, then another affair, and one after that. It's in the paper. My great-grandma Inez asked her first husband what he had going on his mind, and he always said nothing, so she left him and married my great-grandpa. She told him her ex was her brother, and they all shared a house during the Great Depression. My grandma Nancy was assaulted by 5 guys at the University of Southern Connecticut in the 1950s. She had a backyard abortion and almost died. She met my grandpa, who was a drunk, and there was my mom, and they too got divorced. My mom, Linda, gave birth to 1 child, then me, then another. And when I walk around, I think how many women walk around with me, who other than my mother never give a thought about me. So that's my whole family history there. It's kind of funny. All the way back to my great-great-great-grandma, everyone's been divorced in a miserable relationship, other than my mom, who met my dad when she was 12, and they've been together ever since. I happen to be continuing the misery part, so hopefully that changes. Ode to a young man who died from COVID. Why does my heart beat, even though I will it not? Yet those who willed their hearts to beat, even defiantly so, their beat defied them and ceased. Perhaps luck is what keeps such a thing in balance, and my envy of such a thing keeps me beating. An ode to a body. When you insulted my body, at first I was hurt. Yet where in this body do I live? Am I my eyes, the skin you so mocked, or the genitals that don't fit the expectations of your taunting? Was this body of mine the target of the shame you thrusted onto me, one of my own doing, or was simply a thing that came to me, as it did you? And an insult to me, that's where you live. And my body isn't where I live, and it's a body nature made, and nature to me isn't good, bad, or evil. Yet you, the giver of shame and insult, when I look at my body, that's more where you live now, instead of me. For when I look at it, I just feel the shame, and that's not good, just bad and evil, and that's just you. As to where I live in my actions I've chosen myself, and the words I spoke myself. An ode to just that. I write myself forgiveness for not living up to the expectations of man thrust upon me. For I am flesh in a world that just is. And when I look at myself, these expectations mean everything that I think they are. Yet also when I look at myself, I just in the act of seeing, see and find solace in just that. An ode to roses. Come sit and be insecure with me. It's a very beautiful thing. If you feel comfortable, take your clothes off. Do you want some tea? The fact we blush so much, our faces turn red. But isn't that beautiful, my friend? To think insecurity left our faces so sad, but being insecure together has turned them a hue so red, all those roses be damned, envying you and me. An ode to lost hunger. Oh, illness, you might take my will to eat. Yet in starvation I hunger not for what you give no desire, for I don't desire a thing. I hunger for ways of showing you I am already full. Not with illness, not with you, but a radiance to preserve that which you can never starve away. And while this body hungers not, I force a will beyond you and find sustenance. An ode to new homes. There's no home for the common man, for such a man is moral failure. And in a land of men, where one has to be more than common, yet I am a common man, I write this poem for you and perhaps myself. If you have failed, then so have I, and with our 4 hands we shall build a home for the common man. An ode to finding. For those who have spent their life in the chase of being a someone, I implore you to give up such a chase, for the refuge of being a no one is like a child finding its way back to the womb. An ode to the gay community. There's this group of boys that like other boys. Unless you're not the right type of boy, and then they won't like you, and then they will tell you. An ode to joy. Oh, misery, When I looked you in the eye, I saw joy, such muted joy, yet joy nonetheless. I saw no mirth in that joy, and I saw that joy bound to facts. And this joy held out a hand I could not grasp, yet misery, I looked you into the eye, and I saw joy feel a moment it could relax. Oh, misery, when I looked you in the eye, joy may be the prisoner, yet I stare you down as the witness. An ode to confidence. Confidence, I don't have you in the classical sense most expect, but I have you in the fact. I'm confident in that I don't have you, and in that I have learned so much. An ode to a haircut. Who knew how much hair grows from the bald skin over a month? It's cathartic to watch January fall onto the ground of February at my monthly appointment. And that's it for my poems. I hope you enjoyed them. Hopefully they're somewhat deep. Maybe they're a little too simple, but what's wrong with being simple, I say, right? So I hope you have a good day. Bye.